If you want to react and you want to go pout and go cry and, oh, bad Trump, bad Trump, bad Trump, then it's going to be no surprise why things don't work out for you the next 4 years. However, if you take it as an inspiration, if you take it as, okay, this is somebody that was here, he came back, he earned his position, he rightfully earned his position. You can't say his daddy got him the position, or you can't make any excuse whatsoever. You have to just give the man credit regardless of what you feel about him. You have to give the man credit for having been in the position and then being voted in the right way. If you can't just give credit where credit is due and move on, then it's clear that the next 4 years is going to be on how you make it. It's not going to be him taking things away from you and all that kind of stuff. And this rhetoric, this excuse, this victim mentality that too often gets floated around. I'm happy that we can eradicate that victim mentality somewhat. All right. So I already started, kind of got off topic, but so I have a slot of things that we're going to talk about today. So the first thing I have to do is I have to give you the Wintrepreneur tip, because what I have been doing for the past every Wednesday for the past over 20 weeks at this point is I've given a Wintrepreneur tip. Now, if you're saying to yourself, hey, I've never heard the term Wintrepreneur. I've heard the term entrepreneur. I've heard the term solopreneur, heard the term intrapreneur. I heard the term serial entrepreneur, all that. It's because Wintrepreneur is a word that was invented by yours truly. I have coined the phrase Wintrepreneur. Basically what it means is you have an entrepreneurial vision. You have something you want to do with your own life. You have an idea. You have a service. You have a product. You have something you're incredibly passionate about. And you've been blessed enough to have a job that aligns with that vision. All right. You've been blessed enough to be in that world like I am. So I have creatively coined the term Wintrepreneur, given my football and my sports background and my background in coaching and all that stuff. So for today's Wintrepreneur tip, it is YouTube University. All right, YouTube University. Because of this election, and the reason that even though I wanted Trump to win, I still feel very torn about the results of the election, because I grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland, and I was right there. I mean, I saw that Harris won DC, Harris won Maryland, and I'm thinking of my hometown, and I'm now currently residing in West Palm Beach, Florida, and this was like a complete sweep. I'm very torn because I realize, hey, regardless of who I wanted to win, the country is still very divided. There are people who are hurting this morning. There are people that I love. There are people that I genuinely love with all my heart, genuinely care about, that are Harris supporters, and I'm feeling for them now because of what happened. Even though, again, I didn't want Harris to win, I'm still feeling for the people that did, because I know how that hurts. I know that feeling. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to just twist the knife and, shove it up your ass or anything like that. But the reason I brought up YouTube University is because now what's available to you is you have the opportunity to find your own mentors, find your own people on YouTube or whatever platform, and find the people that you agree with, you understand their ideas, understand their ideology, and you can listen to them and you can improve. All right. So throughout this election, not just throughout this election, but from the past 7 years, and actually, some of this election, since I've been in Florida, there have been two YouTubers that I consume on a daily basis. One I actually met in person. I'm going to play you these two clips, but one I actually met in person. His name is Dre Baldwin, and I paid to be a part of his coaching programs, and had it not been for him, I wouldn't have the confidence to be actually on here talking. Right? To be honest with you, I wouldn't have as much material. I wouldn't be as developed as I am in the kind of the content creation world and doing all the work I'm doing, because I'll tell you a story. It was when I was part of his mastermind, and we were on a Zoom call, and this is when I was just putting out my podcast only 2 days a week. And I remember I was talking to him, and he looks at me, because I'm thinking I'm doing something, because I'm twice a week, I'm pumping out episodes. I think I'm actually handling my business for real, right? So he looks at me, he goes, "What about the other 5 days?" Because I was telling him. And, ever since then, I've learned that no matter how much you think you're doing, there's always somebody, there's always a mentor, there's always people that you can meet via web, online, that's going to help you through certain situations. And it doesn't matter who's in office in order for you to take that initiative and learn from folks. So I was very curious, him being in the thought leadership world, I was very curious about how he would take the election and what his take was when it comes to all of the stuff that was going on. So I'm going to play you a clip. And I'm playing you this clip because I'm using myself as an example to where you can find people on YouTube that you can be mentored by, and you can help develop your business and stuff like that. So this was actually, I think it was 2 days ago or a day ago, in which he was discussing the election. And this is what he posted.
He was being inaugurated as the president of the United States. He had won the previous year's election. He was being inaugurated as a new president, and he said the following: "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Close quote. Let me give you a reminder of reality. If you are capable of taking care of yourself and providing food, clothing, and shelter for yourself and your family, the United States government does not give you anything.
Period. Full stop. End of sentence. Okay. Period. Full stop. End of sentence. It's on you. It's on you. Okay. If you are of the mindset that the government, whether it was Harris, whether it was Trump, or Biden, or whoever it is, whoever you want to put in office, whoever you want to take the blame, or whoever you want to call as the person responsible for your life, if you're of the mindset that they were going to give you anything, you had already lost. You were already standing on a very rocky, on a very slippery foundation. It was not anything. You weren't standing on anything with substance. Your whole mindset needs to be just like Dre really so articulately said, just like JFK, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. It can't be all about me. It can't be all about Aswan. It can't be all about what you want and you. Then this is what frustrated me throughout this entire time. This is why I got to the point where I couldn't even listen to a lot of the stuff that was going on without, commentary or people that were chiming in, because they were making it all about an individual race. They were making it all about a specific gender.